Well, I'll start with the defense. I thought defense played really hard, kept us in games. We did give up some yards, but didn't give up points. We were able to hold them to field goals, which gave us our chance to be in it. I thought our offense made some adjustments, came back, had an opportunity to close it, get real close, and just to make some plays at the end. And give them credit. They're a good football team. We had our opportunities to take advantage of it, but as far as our play, we got guys that are fighting right now, and that's what we're asking of them, and that's what the expectation is.
You always talk about it, and Coach Wilson brought it up to us last week, meeting with him. Effort has never been any sort of concern at all with your group this week, or not just this week, but throughout the year. Has that been a common thread as you see when you guys go back and watch film? Yeah, there may be things to correct on, but it's definitely not because it's a lack of effort.
It's been the case with this senior class. It was the case when we went 0-11. I had a group of young men that we built it around, fought every day, no matter what the score was. Last year we were 2-4, same group, along with some older guys, kept fighting. It's the expectation. Don't have to talk about that. The effort's there. They know the expectations. They know what's at task right now, and they come to work every day. And we're going to get them coached up. They're going to get coached, and we're going to respond. We'll respond this week.
Defensively, you brought up the effort there, specifically in that first half when you go through. I think Southern Illinois may have gotten to the 1 yard line 3 different times and only got 1 touchdown out of those 3 trips, a field goal on the other, and got stonewalled on the third. The type of effort that took to be able to stop a very good offense who had really good options, especially when that field narrows.
Well, no question, and we always talk about give us a place to stand. And defense had the back against the wall a couple times and stood up, and that's a heck of an accomplishment. Gave up some big plays early on. They got a great running back. He made a great sidestep, and we had a guy in position and didn't make tackle. Didn't have a good cup on the play, and they got out on us. Good play. They got out on us another time. We can't do that. We know that. But as far as tightening up when we had to defensively, really pleased, gave us a chance to stay in the game. The offense started to do some really good things. Really liked some things that we saw from the film. We got to be consistent. Can't let penalties stall drives. We had some offside penalties, way too many, as we all know. That's the obvious deal. And again, too many turnovers. We had 2 turnovers, and that's just too many.
What did you think the offense did well in terms of taking a step forward over the weekend?
Well, I think our coaches have done a great job of trying to get the run game, and we were able to use different guys in the run game and spread the ball out. And we had some positive plays there, and we got to continue to grow from that.
When you look at using Dom now in that Wildcat that you kind of unveiled over the weekend, what can he bring that can be a really good added dimension to that Wildcat package while still having a guy like Mike Hoppert on the field, and even at times when you obviously have Curtis out there with Mike and those pieces too at receiver and other positions?
Well, I think when we looked at Dom and it started to work, we kept with it. But Dom's got a big role. Plays on all 4 special teams. He's a wide receiver, and just how much there's other guys, and we certainly had some success with a couple plays with him in there. But he's got a big role of playing wide out, playing on special teams. We got other guys too that we utilize with Michael Hoppert and Peterson Curligran and Dante Hendricks and some of those guys. And being able to spread the ball out is really what we're looking to do.
Don't want to speak for you in this regard because each year you've played Northern Iowa. They've always had good teams, but do you feel this is the best Northern Iowa team that you'll see in the 3 years that you've been here?
We don't play North Dakota State, and it's easy to say until you play somebody, but on film, this will be the best team that we've played, in conference. And that's on film, and that's the case every time you watch these guys. I've had crossover games and watch them. They're very well coached, and they're very physical up front, and they got great skill. There's no weakness on this football team. This is a very, very good football team, and it'll be our biggest challenge.
A lot of folks point to McElvain and what he's brought to their quarterback spot. When you watch him on film, what makes him unique and what he can bring to that Panther offense? and why. They got a really good defense too, but their offense has really been clicking this year.
You know, he makes great decisions. He can extend plays. You can tell he's a winner. He's had a tremendous high school career. You know, he was redshirted last year, but he can make things happen with his arm. He can make things happen with his feet. But he's got a bright future.
I feel so much when you do talk about UNI, you always know, maybe regardless of what is on the offensive side, they're going to be really sound defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Omar Brown leads them in interceptions. I believe the conference player of the week this week defensively. Just overall defensively, what stands out about their defensive unit?
You talked about Omar. I mean, he's not only leading the conference interception, he's leading it by a pretty big margin. He's got 5. Had a tremendous game last week at critical times in the game. But you know, they're good everywhere. They really are. They're really good up front. I know their defensive line coach does a tremendous job, Bryce Pop. They're really strong up front. They're really physical. They're great with their hands. They don't stay blocked. Linebackers will flatten you, and their secondary can cover you, hit you, but there's not a weakness out there. They're very good defensively.
When you think that only one Indiana State football team has ever gone into the Unidome and won, which was in 1988, the opportunity that's ahead for your group this weekend?
Well, you know, the opportunity to get back on the field and get some things corrected. This is a huge challenge. There's no doubt about it. But it is about ourselves. It's about ourselves getting back together, playing the way we know we're capable of playing, and getting some things corrected. But you know, this is why you love this game. You're able to lock arms, and you know, the harder it gets, the harder you work, and we just got to keep working hard, and that's the only way we know how to do it. You know, the expectations are branded here on what we do here at Indiana State. We're not doing anything different. We'll get back to work today and get back to work tomorrow and get ready to prepare.